All right, so we're going to keep talking about parallel or perpendicular lines. So as a review, write these lines below into slope-intercept form. All right, so start by distributing in your slope. We'll have y plus 12 equals negative 3/5 x plus 6. Subtract 12, and you'll get y equals negative 3/5 x minus 6. Same idea for the next one. Distribute in your slope. Y minus 1 equals 7/2 x plus 14 plus 1 plus 1. Y equals 7/2 x plus 15. And there you go. So as a review, we want to write the equation of a parallel line. It goes through this point and is parallel to this line. So remember, parallel means the slope is the same. So we want this to be our slope. Our new slope is going to be just the same, 5/3. So here's our x1, y1. We can have y minus 1 equals 3/5 times x minus 5. And it didn't say to write in slope-intercept, so we can leave it here in point-slope form, just like this. So some reminders on perpendicular lines. Two lines are perpendicular if they intersect and cross and make a 90-degree angle, so that you have a nice square angle like that. In equations, lines are perpendicular if their slopes are opposite reciprocals. So again, we'll do some review. The opposite reciprocal of 2 halves is 3 halves, but negative. Here you have negative 4/1, so you want to make it positive and flip your fraction. Make this one positive and flip your fraction. Make this one positive and flip your fraction. Make it negative and flip your fraction. Same here. So you're flipping your fraction and changing the sign. So we're going to skip this. Now we want to write the equations of perpendicular lines. So it's going to be similar to when we did with parallel, but we have to find a new slope. So this is our slope. We need to find the opposite reciprocal for our perpendicular. So we need to flip this, so we'd have 3/1, make it positive, and then simplify. So our slope is 3. We're still going through this point, x1, y1. So you'll have y minus 6 equals 3 times x plus 3. And since it doesn't say to simplify into slope-intercept, you can just leave it just like that. All right, so here, same thing. Write an equation of the line that passes through the point 4, -8, and is perpendicular to this line. So here's our slope. We need to figure out what's the opposite reciprocal. So we have 4/1. We want to flip that and make it negative. So your slope is going to be -1/4. Here's your x1, y1. You'll have y plus 8 equals -1/4 times x minus 4. Okay, so what about vertical and horizontal lines? So vertical lines going up and down always have the form x equals some number. Horizontal is always going to be y equals some number, no matter what. That's always what it's going to be. So how do you write parallel and perpendicular lines? So if you have a vertical line, you have an x equals, and you want a parallel line, you want something here, you want it to be like that. So it should be the same. You still want an x equals some number. If you want perpendicular, you want something that looks like this. So you're going to switch to a y equals because you're going to end up with a horizontal line. Should redraw this here. You're having two vertical lines like this. So then you want parallel to a horizontal line. We're still going to want a y equals. But then we start out with our horizontal. We want that vertical. So you're going to get an x equals for that one. So here, let's do some examples. So we want a line parallel to this one through this point. So your slope is going to be the same through that point. So y minus 5 equals -8, same slope, x plus 2. Here we want perpendicular, so we need to take this and flip it. So our new slope is the reciprocal, and then the opposite sign. Y is going to go, so y minus 5 equals 4/3 times x plus 6. And that's it. So go on Math Excel and work on the 5.6.2 assignment.